Feeling like 24 hours is never enough? Constantly overwhelmed by tasks, distractions, and endless to-dos? In this audiobook, you'll discover proven time management strategies to reclaim your hours, boost focus, and achieve more without working harder. From goal setting to energy hacks, delegation, and digital tools, every strategy is designed to solve real-life productivity challenges, so you can finally take control of your day, your hours, and your life. Book, Manage Your Hours. Author, Ethan Cole. Audiobook by ReadRealm. Introduction. Mastering time. Every day, you are gifted 24 hours. 24 hours to work, to create, to learn, to connect, and to live. Yet, ask yourself honestly, how many of those hours are truly yours? How many slip through your fingers while you're scrambling to check emails, answering endless messages, or simply reacting to what life throws at you? If you feel the weight of unfinished tasks, constant stress, or the frustration of watching others achieve their goals while you feel stuck, you're not alone. The problem isn't your ambition. It's how your hours are being managed. I remember a day, not long ago, when I sat at my desk staring at a growing to-do list that seemed impossible to finish. Meetings ran into each other. Deadlines loomed, and I felt like I was spinning in place. By the end of the day, I had worked harder than ever, but accomplished far less than I should have. That evening, exhausted and frustrated, it hit me. Working harder wasn't the solution. I needed a strategy, a way to manage my hours, focus on what mattered, and reclaim control over my life. I discovered that time isn't just about the clock. It's about decisions, priorities, and habits. Managing your hours effectively doesn't mean squeezing more work into your day. It means aligning your time with your purpose, energy, and goals. When done right, every hour becomes an opportunity to grow, to create, and to live intentionally. This book is designed to give you the strategies I wish I had learned sooner. Inside, you'll find actionable techniques for goal setting, prioritization, daily planning, and eliminating distractions. You'll learn how to delegate effectively, leverage digital tools, track your time, and develop habits that make time management second nature, more than just tips. These are practical strategies you can implement immediately. Whether you're a student, professional, entrepreneur, or anyone who wants to reclaim their life from wasted hours. By the end of this book, you won't just have ideas, you'll have a roadmap. We'll start by clarifying your goals, then prioritize the tasks that truly matter, and finally master the rhythms of your day, your energy, and your habits. Every chapter builds on the last, creating a framework that transforms chaotic hours into productive, meaningful, and fulfilling ones. Time is the one resource we can never earn back once it's gone, but the power to manage it wisely is in your hands. If you're ready to stop drifting, to reclaim your focus, and to make every hour count, then let's begin. Your journey to mastering time starts here. Chapter 1. Goal Setting for Time Management. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast forest, the path ahead hidden by thick fog. You can move forward, but every step feels uncertain. Every turn could be the wrong one. This is what life feels like. Without clear goals, you're moving, you're busy. But hours slip away without a sense of direction. Now imagine a compass in your hand, pointing you exactly where you need to go. That compass is goal setting. Goals give your time purpose. They transform your hours from random motion into intentional action. But not all goals are created equal. A vague goal, like "I want to be more productive," might feel motivating at first, but it's too fuzzy to guide daily decisions. That's where SMART goals come in. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These 5 criteria are your compass points. Specific. Define exactly what you want. Write a book. Becomes write 500 words daily for the next 30 days. Measurable. Track your progress. Numbers, milestones, and deadlines turn abstract intentions into concrete steps. Achievable. Set goals that challenge you, but are realistic given your resources and time. Unrealistic goals lead to frustration, not productivity. Relevant. Ensure your goals align with your larger life purpose. Hours spent on irrelevant tasks are wasted hours. Time-bound. Every goal needs a deadline. Without it, procrastination quietly erodes your hours. Once you've defined your SMART goals, the next step is breaking them down into daily and weekly tasks. Big goals can feel overwhelming, like climbing a mountain without a map. By dividing them into smaller, actionable steps, the climb becomes manageable, and progress becomes visible. For instance, if your goal is to learn a new language in 6 months, daily tasks might include 30 minutes of vocabulary practice, weekly conversation practice, and monthly assessment of your progress. To make this process tangible, use worksheets or templates to write down your goals. Seeing them in black and white reinforces commitment and provides a constant reminder of what truly matters. Your worksheet could include sections for long-term goals, short-term goals, daily tasks, and weekly milestones. Revisiting and adjusting this sheet regularly ensures your time is always aligned with your priorities. Clarity in goal setting eliminates wasted hours. When you know exactly what needs to be done, your mind is free from indecision and distraction. You don't spend precious time wondering, what should I do next? Instead, your actions are deliberate, and your hours become productive. Consider the difference between a daily versus weekly planning approach. Daily planning ensures each hour is directed toward meaningful action, blocking time for critical tasks, meetings, and personal growth. Weekly planning allows you to maintain perspective, adjusting priorities based on progress and unforeseen events. Both work together, creating a rhythm that keeps your hours aligned with your purpose. By mastering goal setting, you lay the foundation for everything else in this book. Goals are not just ideas, they are promises to yourself. Commitments that transform vague intentions into measurable results. With clear, well-structured goals, your time becomes a tool for achievement rather than a source of stress. Remember, you don't have to conquer the entire forest today. With a compass in hand and a clear path ahead, each step you take brings you closer to the life you want. Start small, plan wisely, and watch how managing your hours begins with the simple, powerful act of setting the right goals. Chapter 2. Prioritization Techniques. Have you ever felt the pressure of too many things demanding your attention at once? The emails piling up, tasks looming over your head, and deadlines sneaking closer like silent shadows? It's overwhelming. And the truth is, most of us spend more time reacting to urgencies than focusing on what truly matters. Imagine trying to pour water into a cup while it keeps spilling. This is what happens when you don't prioritize effectively. The first step to reclaiming your hours is understanding what deserves your attention right now. Not all tasks are created equal. Some scream for action, but barely move you toward your goals. Others may seem small or unimportant, but over time, create a foundation for success. This is where the Eisenhower matrix comes in. A simple yet transformative tool for task prioritization. The matrix divides tasks into 4 quadrants. 1. Urgent and important. Tasks that require immediate action. These are your top priorities. 2. Important but not urgent. Tasks that move you toward long-term goals. Schedule these deliberately. 3. Urgent but not important. Tasks that demand attention but don't contribute to your key objectives. Delegate when possible. 4. Not urgent and not important. time wasters that offer no real value. Eliminate or minimize. By using this matrix, you can clearly see where your time is going and make conscious decisions rather than letting distractions dictate your day. Separating urgent from important is the key. Urgent tasks scream for attention. An email, a phone call, or a deadline. But important tasks are the ones that build your career, health, or personal growth. 1 hour spent on an important task can often produce more results than 3 hours reacting to urgent but trivial matters. To make this process actionable, consider a weekly prioritization system. Start by listing all tasks for the week, then assign them to the matrix's quadrants. For example, preparing a client proposal might be urgent and important. Scheduling time for skill development could be important but not urgent. Responding to some non-critical messages might be urgent but not important. And scrolling social media endlessly is neither urgent nor important. Once you categorize, block time on your calendar for each important task and delegate or eliminate the rest. Digital tools can make this even easier. Apps like Todoist, Notion, ClickUp, or Trello allow you to sort tasks, assign priorities, and even visualize deadlines. If you prefer analog methods, a simple journal with quadrants drawn on the page works beautifully. The goal is the same: see everything clearly and make conscious choices with your time. Another effective approach is the priority formula. Impact times urgency equals priority score. Rate each task on its impact toward your goals, 1 to 5, and urgency, 1 to 5. Then multiply. Tasks with the highest scores get your focus first. This removes emotional bias and ensures your attention goes to what truly matters. Remember, prioritization isn't a one-time task, it's a habit. At the start of each day or week, ask yourself, which tasks will make the biggest difference if completed today? This simple question shifts your mindset from busy to productive and prevents you from wasting hours on low-value activities. When applied consistently, prioritization transforms chaos into clarity. You'll feel less stressed, more in control, and confident that every hour you spend is aligned with your purpose. No longer will you be pulled in 100 directions at once. Instead, you will act intentionally, focus on what matters most, and watch as your hours begin to work for you rather than against you. Your next step is simple. Choose one task today that is truly important but not urgent. Schedule it, focus on it, and experience the difference that intentional prioritization can make. This small habit is the cornerstone of managing your hours effectively and the key to moving from busy to truly productive. Chapter 3: Daily Scheduling and Daily Planning. Have you ever ended a day feeling exhausted but wondering what you actually accomplished? That sinking feeling isn't about lack of effort. It's about lack of structure. Hours can slip away like sand through your fingers if you don't plan them intentionally. Imagine turning that chaos into clarity, where every hour you spend brings you closer to your goals instead of leaving you scattered and stressed. That transformation starts with daily scheduling and planning. When you schedule your day effectively, you take control of your hours instead of letting distractions and urgencies control you. The difference between a day that feels wasted and a day that feels productive isn't always the amount of work. It's the intentional placement of tasks within your time. Here's a step-by-step method to craft a daily schedule that maximizes efficiency and focus. 1. Identify your top priorities. Choose 2 to 3 tasks that absolutely must get done today. These are your anchors. 2. Estimate realistic time blocks. Assign each task a specific amount of time, including preparation, focus, and breaks. 3. Align tasks with energy levels. Schedule mentally demanding tasks during peak focus hours and routine tasks during lower energy periods. 4. Include buffers. Build in extra time for unexpected delays or overruns to prevent stress. 5. reflect, and adjust. Spend 10 to 15 minutes at the end of each day reviewing what worked, what didn't, and adjusting tomorrow's plan accordingly. Several scheduling models can help you structure your day. Morning routine blocks. Start with tasks that set the tone for the day. Exercise, planning, or high-priority work. Pomodoro technique. Work in focused 25-minute sessions with 5-minute breaks to maintain attention and energy. Deep work blocks. Reserve 90 to 120-minute stretches for complex tasks requiring uninterrupted focus. Life isn't perfectly predictable, so your schedule should be flexible. Meetings run late, emergencies arise, or energy dips unexpectedly. Adjust your plan without guilt. Shifting tasks, delegating, or rescheduling while keeping your top priorities intact. Equally important is integrating recovery. Periods. Short breaks for walking, stretching, or breathing exercises recharge your mind and prevent burnout. These breaks aren't wasted. They make your focused work blocks exponentially more productive. Here's a sample daily schedule for illustration. Professionals. 6 o'clock to 6:30 a.m. Morning routine and reflection. 6:30 to 7 a.m. Review top priorities. 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock a.m. Deep work on major projects. 10 o'clock to 10:15 a.m. Break. 10:15 to 12 p.m. Client work or meetings. 12 o'clock to 1 p.m. Lunch and recharge. 1 o'clock to 3 p.m. Secondary projects. 3 o'clock to 3:15 p.m. Break. 3:15 to 5 p.m. Administrative tasks. 5 o'clock to 5:30 p.m. Reflection and next day plan. Students. 7 o'clock to 7:30 a.m. Morning review and prep. 7:30 to 9 a.m. Study high priority subjects. 9 o'clock to 9:15 a.m. Break. 9:15 to 11 a.m. Assignments practice. 11 to 0 to 11:30 a.m. Review and summary notes. Afternoon. Classes or study blocks. Evening. Prep for next day. Entrepreneurs. 6 o'clock to 7 a.m. Exercise and reflection. 7 o'clock to 8 a.m. Priority review and email triage. 8 o'clock to 11 a.m. Deep work on growth of product. 11 o'clock to 11:30 a.m. Short break. 11:30 to 1 p.m. Team communication or client meetings. 1 o'clock to 2 p.m. Lunch and dine. Recharge. 2 o'clock to 4 p.m. Creative or marketing projects. 4 o'clock to 4:30 p.m. Break. 4:32. 6 p.m. Administrative wrap-up and planning. Daily scheduling isn't about rigidity. It's about freedom through structure. By planning with intention, you gain control over your hours, reduce stress, and create momentum toward your goals. Every block of time becomes an opportunity to act purposefully, to grow, and to move closer to the life you envision. When you master daily planning, your days no longer end in chaos. They end in accomplishment, clarity, and confidence. And that's the essence of truly managing your hours. Chapter 4. Eliminating distractions. Picture this. You sit down to work on a task that could move your life forward. Maybe it's a project, a report, or even a personal goal. But within minutes, your phone buzzes. An email, a message, a notification. By the end of the day, you've been busy. Yet somehow nothing meaningful is finished. That's the silent thief of productivity. Distractions. They steal hours from your week without you even noticing, leaving stress, frustration, and unfinished goals in their wake. The first step to reclaiming your hours is recognizing your most common distractions. For most of us, these include social media scrolling that eats time in 5-minute increments that add up to hours, emails and messages demanding immediate attention even when they aren't urgent, meetings and calls that could have been shorter, fewer, or even unnecessary, multitasking, which science shows drastically reduces focus and efficiency. Once you identify distractions, the key is intentional focus. Techniques like the Pomodoro method, 25-minute focused work sessions followed by 5-minute breaks, train your brain to concentrate deeply without burning out. Another powerful approach is deep work blocks. Schedule 90 to 120 minutes of uninterrupted work on your most important tasks. Combine these with focused time zones, where you designate certain hours of the day for high-priority work. And watch how your productivity skyrockets. Creating a distraction-free workspace amplifies these techniques. Clear your desk of unnecessary clutter, mute notifications, and close unrelated browser tabs. Physical and digital order sends a subtle message to your brain. It's time to focus. Even small changes, like putting your phone in another room or using noise-canceling headphones, can dramatically improve attention. Technology doesn't have to be the enemy. It can be your ally. Apps like Freedom, Forest, or Focus at Will block distracting websites, track your focus time, or even gamify concentration. Email scheduling tools can batch notifications to prevent constant interruptions. The goal is simple: make it easy to focus and hard to be distracted. Mindset is just as critical as technique. Treat your time as a valuable, non-renewable resource. Every moment spent distracted is a moment you cannot get back. Start thinking of attention as currency. You would spend it wisely in other areas of life, so why waste it here? Small shifts in perspective, realizing that every distraction costs hours over weeks and months, can motivate you to reclaim your focus. Here's a simple daily routine for minimizing distractions. Morning. Set your intentions and list top priorities. Work blocks. Use Pomodoro or deep work sessions, with breaks for recovery. Email and social media. Check at scheduled times only. Meetings. Only attend necessary ones. And set agendas to keep them concise. Reflection. End your day by noting where you lost focus and how to adjust tomorrow. Even a single hour reclaimed from distractions each day translates to 5 extra hours a week, 20 hours a month. That's almost a full work week of time regained, ready to invest in your goals, health, or personal growth. Remember, distractions aren't your fault. They're designed to grab attention, but by building systems, adopting focus techniques, and treating your time like a precious resource, you can take back control of your hours. With deliberate focus, you'll notice something remarkable. Tasks get done faster, your stress decreases, and each day ends with the satisfying clarity of accomplishment. Time lost to distractions is never returned, but time regained through focus is multiplied. The hours you reclaim aren't just minutes. They're opportunities to grow, create, and live intentionally. Start today and watch how eliminating distractions transforms not just your productivity, but your life. Chapter 5. Effective Task Delegation. Have you ever felt like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, trying to do everything yourself? The emails, meetings, projects, and personal tasks pile up, and even when you work long hours, it feels like you're moving in slow motion. The truth is, you don't have to do it all alone. Learning to delegate effectively is one of the most powerful ways to reclaim your hours, reduce stress, and amplify your impact. Delegation isn't just handing tasks off to anyone. It's about strategically leveraging other people's skills to multiply your productivity. Think of it like this. You are the captain of a ship, and each crew member has a role that keeps the vessel moving efficiently. If you try to steer, navigate, clean, and cook all at once, the ship will falter. But when everyone is aligned and working in their zone of expertise, progress becomes effortless. The first principle of smart delegation is matching the task to the right skill set. Identify what tasks require your unique expertise and which can be handled by someone else. Administrative work, research, social media management, or design can often be delegated to trained professionals or virtual assistants. When you assign tasks to those best equipped to handle them, quality improves, and your time is freed for high-value work that only you can do. Clear communication is essential. Before delegating, define the task, expected outcomes, deadlines, and any key standards. Avoid vague instructions. A well-communicated task prevents confusion, saves time, and ensures accountability. Think of it as creating a mini roadmap for the person receiving the task. They should never have to guess what success looks like. Several tools can streamline delegation. Whether you're working with a team or outsourcing, platforms like Trello, Asana, or Monday Call on Com help track progress. Assign responsibilities and keep everyone aligned. For specialized freelance tasks, Fiverr, Upwork, or Freelancer connect you with experts who can take work off your plate efficiently. Using these tools turns delegation into a structured system rather than a leap of faith. The benefits of delegation extend beyond saving time. It reduces burnout, fosters trust, empowers others, and allows you to focus on work that truly moves the needle. Professionals who master delegation often find themselves accomplishing more in a single day than they could alone in a week. Consider this example. Sarah, a marketing manager, used to handle content creation, social media, reporting, and client communication herself. She was constantly working late, exhausted, and feeling stuck. By delegating content creation and reporting to her team, she freed up 8 hours a week. Those hours allowed her to focus on strategy, client relationships, and launching new campaigns, which multiplied her results and reduced stress. Delegation also works for personal tasks. Household chores, errands, and even meal prep can be outsourced or shared, creating time for personal growth, learning, or rest. The mindset shift is crucial. Not everything you do has to be done by you to be done well. Value your hours and invest them where they create the most impact. Here's a simple framework for effective delegation. 1. Identify tasks that can be delegated. 2. Match the task to the right person or service. 3. Clearly communicate expectations, deadlines, and outcomes. 4. Provide tools and resources for execution. 5. Follow up with accountability without micromanaging. By mastering delegation, you transform your relationship with time. No longer trapped by endless to-dos, you gain freedom, focus, and the ability to work on what truly matters. Every hour you free through delegation isn't just saved. It's multiplied, invested, and leveraged to create more meaningful results in your work and life. Delegation isn't weakness. It's strategic strength. It's the key to multiplying your impact, reclaiming your hours, and finally stepping into the role you were meant to play, a focused, high-value contributor in every area of life. Chapter 6. Energy Management and Peak Productivity. Your hours are only as productive as your energy allows. You could meticulously schedule every minute, block out tasks, and delegate effectively. But if your energy crashes halfway through the day, time alone won't deliver results. Managing your energy is the hidden multiplier of productivity. Learning when and how to apply effort is just as important as planning the hours themselves. Start by understanding your personal energy cycles. Most people experience peaks and troughs throughout the day, high focus periods, low energy slumps, and moments when creativity flows naturally. Morning people may have peak cognitive function early, while night owls may find their sharpest thinking occurs after dusk. Mapping these cycles allows you to schedule tasks in harmony with your natural energy. For instance, allocate deep work or creative tasks to peak periods, and administrative or repetitive tasks to lower energy windows. Nutrition, movement, and rest play a foundational role. Skipping meals, relying on sugar spikes, or sitting for hours without movement drains energy. Consistent, balanced meals, brief exercise routines, and regular hydration sustain focus. Likewise, quality sleep directly affects mental clarity, decision-making, and emotional regulation. Mindfulness practices, like brief meditation, breathing exercises, or journaling, restore mental energy, helping you recover between demanding work blocks. Awareness of ultradian rhythms, roughly 90 to 120-minute cycles of high and low energy, can transform how you structure your day. Work in 90-minute bursts of intense focus. Then schedule a 10 to 15-minute break for movement, hydration, or rest. Power naps, when timed properly, are another energy multiplier, boosting alertness without disrupting nighttime sleep. Incorporating these cycles into your schedule ensures sustained productivity rather than short bursts, followed by crashes. Rituals amplify energy efficiency. Simple routines before work, like clearing your desk, reviewing your priorities, or setting a mini intention, signal your brain to focus. Likewise, closing a work session with reflection or transition routines helps prevent mental fatigue and prepares you for recovery periods. These small rituals create energy momentum across the day. Track your energy patterns for practical insights. Keep a log for a week, noting the times you feel most alert, creative, or drained. Compare these patterns against the tasks you accomplished. Over time, you'll notice trends that allow you to align high-impact work with high-energy windows and schedule routine tasks when your focus naturally dips. Scheduling creative versus administrative work according to energy is particularly powerful. Use your peak periods for tasks that require problem-solving, innovation, or critical thinking. Use mid-energy periods for collaborative work, emails, or meetings. Save lower energy windows for repetitive or automatic tasks like organizing files or reviewing documents. This alignment ensures that every hour works at maximum efficiency. Energy management isn't just about productivity. It's about sustainability. Without attending to energy, you risk burnout, decreased focus, and diminished results. Integrating movement, nutrition, sleep, mindfulness, and focus rituals allows you to maintain consistent performance throughout the day, week, and month. Consider this. An hour of deep work during your energy peak can be worth 3 hours of low focus effort. When your schedule respects your energy, time multiplies, tasks get done faster, decision-making improves, and creativity flows. Energy-aware scheduling transforms not just your productivity, but your relationship with work, making it purposeful and sustainable. The key takeaway: time management without energy management is incomplete. Your hours are the vessel, but energy is the engine. Track it, structure your day around it, and protect it fiercely. When you align tasks with personal energy cycles, manage nutrition, movement, rest, and rituals, every hour becomes more productive, every day more impactful, and every goal more achievable. Chapter 7: Digital Tools and Automation. Every task you repeat manually, sending reminders, updating spreadsheets, checking calendars, costs time. Individually, these minutes may feel small, but they accumulate into hours, even days. Lost each week, the solution isn't working harder. It's working smarter with digital tools and automation. Technology, when used strategically, can reclaim your time and keep your focus on what truly matters. Start by understanding the principle. Any task that is repetitive, predictable, or easily systematized is a candidate for automation. This doesn't mean outsourcing creativity or high-level decision-making. It means removing the friction from everyday administrative tasks so your energy can focus on high-value work. Productivity apps are the foundation of modern time management. Tools like Notion allow you to organize projects, track goals, and maintain notes in one centralized workspace. Todoist helps prioritize tasks, set deadlines, and visualize progress. ClickUp combines project management, collaboration, and time tracking in one platform, while Google Calendar keeps your schedule structured and prevents double booking. The goal is not to use every app available, but to create a cohesive system that fits your workflow. Automation extends beyond task management. Consider your daily email routines. Apps like Zapier, IFTTT, or Gmail filters can automate repetitive actions, categorizing emails, sending scheduled responses, or triggering reminders. Calendar apps can automatically block focus periods, sync deadlines, and even send recurring task reminders. The less you manually perform predictable actions, the more cognitive bandwidth you free for strategic work. To set up a simple system, start with 3 steps. 1. Centralize tasks and goals in a single app or platform. Avoid scattering information across multiple tools. 2. Identify repetitive actions in your workflow, such as follow-ups, notifications, or reporting. 3. Automate where possible, using apps, scripts, or built-in functions. Then, review weekly to ensure your system remains effective. A common mistake is app overload. Using multiple tools without a clear plan can create confusion instead of efficiency. Keep your system lean. Only adopt apps that directly support your workflow, and regularly assess whether they save time or create extra steps. Consider the case of Mark, a project manager juggling multiple clients. He spent hours each week manually tracking deadlines, sending reminders, and updating spreadsheets. By consolidating tasks in Notion, automating email reminders with Zapier, and syncing deadlines to Google Calendar, Mark regained over 10 hours per week. That freed time allowed him to focus on client strategy, lead his team more effectively, and even take a full day off each week without losing momentum. Another practical tip: combine task batching with automation. Schedule blocks for emails, social media posts, or reporting, and let automation handle repetitive steps. For instance, draft multiple emails or social media updates. Then use scheduling tools to release them automatically. This eliminates constant context switching and keeps your focus intact. The underlying mindset is crucial. Tools are only as effective as the system behind them. Automation doesn't replace strategy. It amplifies it. Treat apps and digital systems as extensions of your workflow, designed to save time, reduce mistakes, and create space for high-value actions. By mastering digital tools and automation, you transform small, repetitive tasks from time sinks into streamlined processes. Each automated action adds up, reclaiming hours per week and reducing mental load. The result isn't just productivity, it's clarity, focus, and freedom to spend your hours where they truly matter. Key takeaway: leverage technology to remove manual friction, automate predictable tasks, and maintain a clear system for tracking goals. When done right, digital tools don't complicate your day. They multiply the impact of every hour you spend. Chapter 8: Time Audit and Analysis. Most of us feel busy, but how much of that busyness is actually moving us forward? Hours slip away in invisible ways, checking notifications, long meetings, or tasks that could have been streamlined. You can't improve what you don't measure. That's why a time audit is one of the most powerful tools in mastering your hours. By seeing exactly where your energy and attention go, you gain clarity, control, and actionable insights to reclaim lost time. Start with a 1-week time audit for 7 days. Track every activity, Work tasks, breaks, meetings, emails, errands, even scrolling on social media. Use either a notebook, spreadsheet, or time tracking app like Toggle Clockify or Rescue Time. Be honest and detailed. Every 15 to 30 minutes counts. The goal isn't to judge yourself, but to create a clear map of your hours. Once the week is complete, begin analyzing the data. Look for patterns, time leaks, tasks that consume more time than they should, such as unfocused work or unnecessary emails. Bottlenecks, points in your day where work slows down due to waiting, interruptions, or unclear priorities. Inefficiencies, repetitive tasks that could be automated or delegated. This analysis transforms abstract feelings of, "I don't have enough time," into concrete insights. For example, noticing that 90 minutes a day is spent on fragmented social media browsing reveals an opportunity to reclaim over 7 hours per week, more than a full workday. Recognizing that administrative tasks eat into peak energy periods suggests rescheduling them to lower energy windows for higher overall productivity. Next, adjust your schedule and habits based on the findings. Consolidate fragmented time into focused blocks. Delegate or automate repetitive tasks and remove or minimize low-value activities. Incorporate new routines gradually, rather than overhauling everything at once to ensure sustainability. Even small shifts, like batching emails or adding short breaks during low-energy hours, compound into significant time savings over weeks. To make this process actionable, create a simple time audit template. Column 1, time block, for example, 8 o'clock to 8:30 a.m. Column 2, task or activity. Column 3, category, for example, high value, low value, administrative, leisure. Column 4, notes, observations. Review your template at the end of the week. Highlight high-value activities that align with your goals and low-value activities that can be minimized or eliminated. This visual clarity helps you make informed decisions rather than relying on intuition alone. Encourage yourself to make time audits a recurring habit, monthly or quarterly. Life, energy patterns, and responsibilities evolve, and your schedule should evolve with them. Regular audits keep your hours optimized and prevent inefficiencies from creeping back in. Think of it as a tune-up for your time. Small adjustments now save hours later. The most powerful insight from a time audit is awareness. Once you see where your hours go, the feeling of helpless busyness fades. You understand precisely which activities propel you forward and which consume time without purpose. This knowledge gives you the power to act intentionally. Invest hours where they matter, and design a schedule that serves both productivity and personal well-being. Time audits aren't a one-time exercise. They're a framework for ongoing mastery. By tracking, analyzing, and adjusting your hours, you transform unseen minutes into deliberate action, gain clarity over your daily choices, and take confident control of your life. Every hour accounted for is an hour regained, optimized, and ready to be spent on what truly matters. Chapter 9. Habits and Long-Term. Time Mastery. Time management isn't a skill you master in a single week. It's a lifestyle built through consistent habits. Think of your daily routines as the invisible architecture of your day. Small, repeated actions shape hours into productive, intentional blocks, while neglected habits leave time scattered and wasted. Mastery over your hours comes when productivity moves from conscious effort into automatic, reliable behavior. The first step is creating micro-habits, small, manageable actions that accumulate into significant results. Instead of aiming to completely overhaul your day, start with bite-sized changes. For example, commit to planning the top 3 priorities each morning, taking a 10-minute energy-boosting walk before work, or closing your email inbox at a set time. Micro habits are sustainable, reduce resistance, and gradually evolve into consistent patterns that stick. Routines and rituals are the backbone of long-term time mastery. Morning routines anchor your day with focus, intention, and clarity. Evening routines provide reflection, reset, and preparation for tomorrow. Rituals like reviewing your calendar, journaling wins, or blocking out deep work periods signal your brain to transition into productive states, reinforcing discipline without forcing constant willpower. Over time, these routines become automatic triggers for action. Your day flows rather than drags. Tracking habits is crucial for accountability. Use journals, habit tracking apps like Habitica, Streaks, or Loop, or partner with an accountability buddy. Record daily wins, small improvements, and even missed targets. Awareness of your consistency provides feedback and motivates. Continuous improvement, visualizing progress, like filling a streak or checking off a list, leverages psychological reinforcement, making habit formation more compelling. Reinforcement strategies keep you consistent under pressure. Life isn't always predictable, and challenges can derail routines. Prepare for these moments by building anchor habits, activities that you will perform no matter what. For example, a 5-minute meditation before starting work or a nightly reflection journal. These anchor habits maintain momentum even when your schedule is disrupted. Rewarding yourself for completing habits also strengthens commitment. Simple rewards like a coffee break, a walk, or a brief social check-in can create positive associations that reinforce adherence. Real-world examples highlight the power of disciplined time management. Take Emma, a freelance designer juggling multiple clients. Initially, she felt overwhelmed, working late into the night with no structure. By developing micro-habits like planning her day each morning, batching design tasks in high-energy periods, and using an evening reflection ritual, she transformed her workflow. Within months, she gained several hours of free time each week, improved quality of work, and reduced stress, all through habit-driven consistency. Another example is Marcus, a software engineer. He struggled with distractions and irregular energy cycles. By committing to a morning review, implementing daily time blocking, and tracking habits with an app, he slowly automated focus periods. Within weeks, he noticed that productive hours multiplied and energy dips became manageable. Long-term, these routines reshaped how he approached his day, making time mastery a natural, sustainable part of life. The key takeaway is simple. Time management is not about short-term fixes, but long-term systems. By building small, consistent habits, designing routines, tracking progress, and reinforcing behavior, you convert strategies into lifestyle. Hours become predictable, productive, and meaningful. Your attention, energy, and effort compound over time, creating lasting results and freedom. Ultimately, mastering your hours is about discipline, persistence, and small daily actions that add up. When your habits align with your goals, productivity becomes automatic, stress decreases, and each day contributes meaningfully to your bigger vision. Time mastery isn't a temporary tactic. It's a lifelong approach to living intentionally, achieving consistently, and reclaiming control over every hour of your life. Conclusion: your hours, your power. Every hour you spend is a choice, a moment to either drift through your day or steer it intentionally. Over the chapters of this book, we've explored the tools and strategies to transform how you interact with time, setting clear goals, prioritizing what matters, planning daily schedules, managing energy, delegating effectively, leveraging digital tools, auditing your hours, and building sustaining habits. Each strategy on its own holds value. Together, They form a framework that allows you to reclaim control over your life. Now, it's time to act. Commit to a 1-week time experiment. Track your hours, apply the techniques that resonate most, and notice the difference in focus, energy, and accomplishment. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start with the tools you have today. The point isn't perfection. It's progress. This is more than productivity. It's a mindset shift. Controlling your hours means controlling your life. Every deliberate choice, every structured day, every hour spent with intention compounds into meaningful results. Reflect. What will you start changing today? Which small action will set the tone for the next week, month, or year? Remember, time waits for no one. But when you master your hours, you master your life. Freedom, focus, and fulfillment aren't distant dreams. They are the natural outcome of consistent, intentional time management. The power isn't in the strategies alone. It's in your willingness to implement them, to take ownership of every hour, and to protect your time like the invaluable resource it is. Your hours are yours. Claim them. Start today. Take one deliberate action, and watch as your world begins to transform. Hour by hour, choice by choice, into the life you've always wanted. Thanks for joining us in Read Realm, where every book finds a voice. If you enjoyed this audiobook, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new upload. Got a book in mind? Drop it in the comments. You're next. Favorite listen could be our next upload. Until then, keep your mind open and your headphones on.